All right, well, let's take a look outside now. This is a live look over downtown Detroit on this Thursday morning where, yeah, it's cool outside. I guess we can't complain because it's January, but it's better than last week.
I'll say this, I was checking out my backyard the other day and it's like the snow is starting to melt.
Yes.
And the ice, that's what I'm ready to
Yeah.
go.
I'm one of those people, I'll do my sidewalks, but I won't do my driveway. And I'm like, my driveway is getting to be a little dangerous. So.
I'm getting nervous because we're talking about all this and Mike is sitting over there real quiet.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
Right?
He's real quiet.
I will say it's encouraging to look at the 10-day pattern, 10-day forecast, 10-day outlook. It looks moderate is what I'll call it. Not super cold or warm, but we're going to have a warm front passing through for today. So you'll see numbers going right back into the 40s, which is a nice setup. And you'll also notice around the UP near Marquette, that's where the majority of the snow is currently located. It really tapers off the further south that you go. But we are watching for any snow chances here locally. So far, so good. But the winds are calmer, which is also a nice change. We've had wind advisories. We've had wind gusts in the 40s and the 50s. Now things are settling down for us. 24 in Detroit. We're at 22 in Pontiac. Lapeer 21. Adrian, the warm spot. You should finish off as the warm spot. Currently, you're at 27 degrees. Taking you downtown where we're at 26, feeling like 18. The winds are not super strong, but from the east at 7 miles per hour, producing that wind chill effect. Now, Friday's wintry mess is something that we'll talk about. Really, it's the only thing to talk about because today looks fairly quiet. I want you to know right off the bat, most of this is going to be rain because of the temperatures I just showed you are going to warm up, but it changes to snow at some point, mainly north of Detroit. So if we jump right into the Weather Planner Plus, I want you to know you'll have a mild ride home. For the kids at the bus stop especially. They'll have to layer up, of course, because this morning is cold at around 24. Cold but bright, but how about this, 44? Yeah, we'll gain about 20 degrees for the high temperature compared to where we are right now. So for January, that's not bad. We'll call it a mild day. Of course, they'll still need a jacket. It's just not going to be the bitter cold that we were experiencing just last week. Impacts for the Friday drive. You saw that messy map for a system that's going to close in at some point for tonight. Let me show you what Futurecast is showing. Much of your Thursday looks all right, and that's why the kids will be okay at the bus stop. After we're well home, that's when we'll see the moisture pushing into Metro Detroit. This is going to change over to a wintry mix north of the city at some point during the afternoon on Friday, and then the system will pull away by your Friday evening. But its parting gift will be snow and colder temperatures. So by then we'll get numbers into the 20s and the 30s by Friday night. That's when it has the greatest likelihood of changing all of that rain into snow. Because of the cold air from Friday's system, it does give us a split weekend. So if you have weekend plans across the area, just know that I'm thinking it's going to be colder on Saturday. Still dry. A quick hit of a system for Groundhog's Day. Numbers bounce up to around 41. So yes, the 40s are still here. They'll be here on Sunday and Monday. And then we look to cool down going into next week, feeling more like winter with highs in the 30s by next Tuesday and Wednesday.